and it wasn't necessarily of him coaching us through it. And as far as our shooting was concerned, it was more of watching him shoot 500, 600 jumpers in the park. And you just watch mechanically of what he did over and over and over. And if you watch his jump shot right now, and it's still picture perfect. You know what I'm saying? And he'll get on the court right now, Don, and he'll shoot. Once he make about 5 or 6, that's it. He'll stay on the court for an hour just
Wow.
shooting, especially if somebody was feeding him. So Eric, he pretty much made sure that we knew how that we were jumping jacks because all my brothers can jump. He made sure that um, he instilled those discipline values that you needed and embedded inside of you in order to be able to reach where he wanted us to reach, and that was the NBA. I mean, NBA was the only thing that was talked about in my house as far as what the destination was. It was never about just going to college. It was always about that. So he was the matriarch of the family for the sport. And his presence, his presence, whenever he came around to make sure that we were doing what we were supposed to do. I know for myself, he just was like a sensei. Like he didn't say much. He just told you what to do, and he watched with this intense glare. That when you're doing it right, and when you're not. And he'll say, "You told me you want to go to the NBA. I didn't tell you you had to go to the NBA. So if you don't want to do it, you don't got to do it." And then be like, then you do it all over again. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't really take much. And I think once he instilled that this ideology of what it was that you had to do in order to go, play at the highest level, it was never even about high school. It was just a part of what you had to do, which he would say, these are short-term goals. This is your short-term goal before you get to the main goal. And then after that, it was pretty much you do what you got to do to be the best. And Eric, he was like, I can't even really express some of the things that he's done for our family for us to play this game. That's why when he passed away, it was a real hard blow for all of us, for my mom, for everybody, because it wasn't just so much about basketball. It was about life, because basketball it is life. And for him, what he did, he never wanted to take credit for what he did, because it was about us. So when I hear the stories about Eric now from people, when they talk about, man, you don't even know your brother
Yeah.
Spoon, I'll be like, Scott Dog, because you didn't really get to witness it. Even to hear Dominique Wilkins speak and talk about him when he did it, um, was pretty cool, because he laid a really solid foundation, in the sport. And it was passed on, and he's the reason why there are so many NBA players that came from out of Coney Island. This little small place, as I told somebody, we have more pros come out of Coney Island than anywhere on the earth. This little small dense population of people. Um, starting with, I made it to the NBA first, but my brothers were NBA players. They just didn't get the chance. They didn't get that break. But they had NBA talent. They had NBA. Their measurements were NBA. No matter what happened, I always looked at them as pros, because they spoke as pros.
Man, I,
They
I
did.
saw
They did the work.
Juju today. I saw Juju today at the
Oh, we
South
seen
Shore
you.
game. Yeah, South Shore was playing Lincoln today,